Hello again, this is Robert Veach here. This is my video review of the Denkee. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Denkee. This is their 6-quart electric pressure cooker. Now you can see everything that's in front of you right here. It comes with a lot of extra items. Here's the booklet on how to, it comes with a beautiful book with all kinds of recipes telling you how to cook and use the device. It comes with a rice spoon, pressure valve, we're going to show about that, how to put that on, a little water collection device, a little measuring cup, 2 silicone finger high temperature silicone protectors, a handle, we're going to show how to install that, an extra silicone seal, and a little rack to put the hot stainless steel holder inside, and a cover with a steam port for that matches the inside cooking pot on there. Now the first thing I'm going to say that's going to make you want to go out and buy it is that this unit is certified by ETL Labs, and if you look on the back of it, turn this around, there is a certification on here, and you can see ETL in there and FDA. Those are US companies, and the ETL is one of the oldest certified labs like UL. It started with Thomas Edison. So both these certifications right here tell me that this is a safe unit and it's never going to have any issues electrically. Very important. Now, another thing that's going to make you want to go out and buy this is the inside piece on here is 100% stainless steel. And that's what you want, because some of the less expensive ones, or even some of the expensive ones, have a non-stainless and they have aluminum. And you know, there's a risk of aluminum leaching into your food. So this is pure stainless steel. In fact, I'm going to get a magnet. So here's a very powerful ring magnet on a flashlight. And you could see it just drops right down. There's absolutely no attraction to the metal. And that's telling me that this is a very high grade stainless steel material, which is really nice. And even the rack that it comes with has no attraction whatsoever, and the cover has no attraction whatsoever. So they're using the top grade stainless steel that you could get, which is really important. Another really important feature that's going to make you want to go out and buy this is that it has the function to be able to brown meats inside this holder. And you could brown meats by keeping this cover open. You don't have to pressure cook things initially if you want to brown the meats and then put the rest of the ingredients in there. Now I'm going to be making a recipe, and it's the kind of recipe where you can throw everything in there, set this thing on 15 minutes, and then walk away. So that's what we're going to do. Now in terms of operation, when you first get this unit, so what I'm going to show you first is on the back of the unit, it comes with this pressure relief valve, and you want to just place that, and it goes right down like that. And this valve goes up and down, and it allows pressure to be released when you hit this pressure release button right here. And this is what keeps all the pressure in. And then also inside the unit, there's another little valve right here, and that moves up and down. To lock this, you turn it clockwise, and you'll see that little light will go off. There it says unlocked. Now the menu is real simple to understand. You have a menu button right here, and that shows you the time, and you could decrease the time or increase it. And then you have different choices. You have meat, stew, poultry, soup, rice. So you pick what you're cooking Well, the recipe will tell you what to do. And once you select that, then you hit the start button right there, and it gives you that little weight symbol. And that's what it's going to do, is going to heat up the inner element, and then it's going to get to pressure, and then you're going to see that countdown timer starting. And then it's going to complete, and it's going to alert you, and then you just wait for the pressure to drop, and you could hit this button right here, and it'll release that upper pressure steam, and then you could open this up once the pressure is equalized. Then if you want to stop it or clear it, just hit the clear button right there. Very simple to use, very intuitive. Then you also have less and more functions. If you want to increase any one of these recipes, you can increase those in the menu, depending on what you're cooking. So another thing is included is this little plastic piece right here. And if you go to the back of the unit, there is a special slot for that. And you just go like that and put that right there. And that's in case there's any excess moisture. It'll collect that moisture for you. And also the other thing to note is there is this included handle. And you see how it has a unique shape. It's not completely circular. And then if you go on the side here, the side has a matching shape that goes that way. So you want to take this, bring it over the unit, put it into the alignment hole like that, and that's it. If once you've done that, you now have a nice carrying handle that stays in place. Very simple. I also want to point out that the front of this is stainless steel, and you don't have to worry about fingerprints and things like that. This is a 10-in-1 multifunction. It can replace 10 kitchen appliances, like a rice cooker, a slow cooker, a cake maker, saute, steamer, yogurt maker, make your own yogurt, a food warmer, egg cooker. So you just can take the place of a lot of different things. And it typically will cook things 70% faster than a traditional method. Has a safety locking lid, auto pressure control with the electronics on here. Has auto temperature and current regulation of that device. And that goes back to the ETL certification. And there's overpressure relief valves on here for safety. So those are the important characteristics of this device. And as I showed, all these extra pieces come with it also. So we're going to make that recipe, and the recipe is called Mexican beef soup. And it's a very simple recipe. Everything is going to be thrown inside here, and we're going to let the unit run. Okay, so I got the ingredients in front of me for the Mexican beef soup. Here's the stew meat. Here's the spices. Now I did add some some dried cilantro to that spice list. Here's the garlic, the corn, the jalapeno, the onions, the carrots and celery. There's the potatoes. There is the beef stock, and here is the stewed tomatoes. Now we're going to put all these into the pressure cooker. There's no pre-searing, so this is probably the simplest recipe you're ever going to find. Okay, so here we go. We're going to put first the beef stock, then the stewed tomatoes, spices, jalapeno peppers. Let's make sure we get all of them in there. I want to point out that this is a very healthy recipe because there's really no fat other than the meat fat. Here is the chopped garlic. Here's the chopped onions. Here's the chopped celery and carrots. Here's the frozen corn. There's a lot of frozen corn in this recipe. It's going to make it nice and sweet. And here's the diced potatoes. I want to point out that there is a line on this slow cooker, and you never want to go past the 4/5, the full line right there. I'm going to add the stew meat. So I'm going to stir it to make sure some of the liquid goes from the bottom to the top. With the included spoon. Now I'm going to close the lid, rotate it to the left, and we're going to go to the menu, meat stew, and we're going to drop this down to 15 minutes, and we're going to hit start, and that's it. Now we're going to let it do its thing. So the unit switched to this display and it went to keep warm mode. Now I let it sit here, and I'm going to open the valve here, get some of the pressure out of here. Now if you try to open this, there's too much pressure, it doesn't let you. There's a safety valve in here. So I'm going to release the pressure. I could smell the delicious soup already. So you can hear the pressure dropping. Let's see if we can open it now. Almost there, still a little more pressure. So there's obviously a safety mechanism there that lets you not open it up because I don't want you to squirt hot water on yourself. There it goes. Oh, it's nice hot steam there. So it's boiling inside there. Let's take the camera off the tripod here. And there you go. You can see how hot everything is and how cooked everything is. Very nice. So I want to show you the meat that's right on there, how tender it is. It's totally turned that slightly tougher cut of meat to something really tender. So what's my overall opinion about the Dinky 6-quart electric pressure cooker? I think this is a great value for the price. It's also a great unit. As I showed, it worked great to make that Mexican soup. You could saute things. It has that option to brown meat first. And it's got a very intuitive, simple display. And it looks really nice, and it's very high quality materials. And the ETL certification show that it's a very safe product. So I love this product. I'm going to give it a full 5-star rating on my channel. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you alert to new video uploads. And if you like this review, please hit the like button. I hope the information I presented helps you with your buying decisions. Thank you for watching.